What is up, YouTube? It's Profit Data Trader here, and today is part 7 of the beginner series of Thinkorswim by TD Ameritrade. Okay, so now in the last video, if you missed it, we went over the setup settings here. We dove into these settings over here. I went through how they affected the whole program. So if you're interested in that video, that is part 6. You can go back and check out that video. In today's video, we're going to do a tiny bit of live trading. I was going to do a one-share trade, mostly to show you how it affects. In today's video, we're going over this monitor tab here. So I'm also going to go over real quick how this affects the active trader window as well. So it'll be kind of like a 2-in-1. So, all right. So today's video is going to be focused on this monitor tab. So this is where we're going to keep track of your trades. Now, if you see right here, it shows you what is my working. It shows you working orders, which means the orders that haven't been filled yet in the stock market. Again, if any of these terms confuse you, don't worry, it takes a little bit of time to learn this stuff, but as we go along, you'll start to pick up this terminology. So working orders is, I place an order, it hasn't been filled yet. I don't own the shares just yet, but I'll actually show you real quick. So I'm gonna go to low price here. I want to put an order and say, yeah, I want to buy this at one share at 673. Just hit send, hit confirm, send. Now you see it popped up here, and it says if it hits 673, it's going to buy a share. Now, if you come over to monitor again, now it's a working order. So it says, it shows you the time that it was placed. It shows you the side you want to be on. You could buy it or you can short, but I focus mainly on buy. How many quantity, the symbol you want to purchase, and the price. So I put it at 673. So if that price hits 673, it'll purchase the one share. So that's where your working orders are going to be. I did a little bit of trading in this stock earlier, so I'm going to show you. These are the filled orders. Now these are every buy and sell transaction you have throughout the day. This is where it's going to show up here. So as you can see, this is all. I didn't do a ton today. I did a little bit today. So this is literally every filled order that I had. So I started out. I always do a test to make sure the stock market, to make sure that the program looks good. So that's always my one test of the day. Then I bought 300 shares. I bought it at 932.03, and then I sold it at 932.21. As you can see, I said I was only in it for 18 seconds, and I lost probably about 30 bucks on that trade. And then I traded throughout the day, and I wound up being up overall about 80, 90 bucks. Not too bad. So again, anywhere that you fill your orders, this is where it's going to be right here. And then I have cancel orders. Now, cancel orders is orders that you put in and then you didn't like it, so you decided to cancel it out. So I was like, oh, you know what, let me buy 100 shares. Like, nah, I'm not feeling it, let me cancel it. So if you put in an order and you cancel it, this is where it's going to pop up. And rolling strategy, I believe that's for options. I'm not really sure. Yeah, that's not for stocks, but rolling strategies would be if you're into options tradings. And now at the bottom here, your position statement, this is where it's going to show you all the stocks. And if I traded different stocks, it would pop up. It would pop up here. But right now, I just traded Vasinex today. So it shows you your P&L for the day. It shows you its current prices. This isn't super important, but this just shows you all the stocks you traded for the day, how much you made for the day, and whatnot. So yeah, monitor tab. There's not too much going on under the monitor tab. I would just focus on activity and positions. Account statements. I'll probably do that maybe like once a year if you're interested in it. This doesn't really affect me too much. I don't really go back too much and look at my stuff. Sometimes you should, but I don't really go on it too much. FX reports, I'm not sure what FX reports is. Strategy roller, I'm not sure what that is either. So I just focus on activity and positions. But this is very important because now if you only have one monitor, you're gonna have to go back and forth to monitor the trade. Now there is a little bar right here that shows you relatively the same thing as the monitor tab, but the issue I have with this is it's not as clear. It's not as clear as I like, and also takes up a lot of space. Now I like to keep this chart as big as possible, so I like to keep this minimized, and I like to have this monitor page on a separate window. So I would actually have this on a separate monitor somewhere else. But for the sake of this video, we're just going to stick with one monitor because multiple monitors gets a little more advanced, a little more crazy. So let me go cancel out this order here. So yeah, so any order that you place, this is where it's going to show up. Now I'm going to do a quick one share trade. I just want to show you how these buttons get affected. For the sake of the video, I'm going to use the buttons. I usually use my hotkeys, but just for the sake of the video, I want to show you what it would be like to purchase it. So say we're looking at this stock here. I just want to buy one share. Right now, I have it set at one share. This is very important. Make sure this quantity is correct, because this is what you're telling the program that how many quantities you're going to buy. So I have the auto send button off for now. Usually I wouldn't have this off, but for the sake of the video, I want to show you what you should be setting up. So right now, if I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, it went down a lot. Again, this isn't real stock advice. It's just made up stuff. But I'll be like, you know what? Come over here. I want to buy it right now. And it's going to pop up. It's going to tell you your estimated price is going to purchase at. And you're going to come over here and you're going to hit send. Hit the send button. Now, as you can see, it filled very quickly. So now this is when it lights up yellow, that's actually the price that you purchased it at. So it's very easy to keep an eye on it. So you can look over here and you can say, oh, okay, wow, like this is my price that I purchased it at. This is the price I want to be above. So as you can see right now, it's trading above it. And if we look over here, I want to go over what these buttons mean real quick, and that'll be the end of the video for today, for part 7. So today total, I did 2,102 shares total, collectively. So that was buying, selling, that was everything included. Right now, I own one share of this stock. Now it says positions long, I own one share of the stock total. The average price that I bought it at was $7.70. So that's this price right here. This is your average share price right here. My P&L, my profit and loss of the open, right now I'm up 20 cents on this one stock that I just purchased. Now it's down to 11. It's going down quick. And then the profit loss of the day is every trade that I made only on this specific stock for that day. So this is going to be just for this stock here. Not if you bounce around different stocks, it's not going to include everything. So it looks like, so now that I'm in the trade, it went up a little bit. I'm like, you know what? I don't think it's going to go up any higher. I think it's going to go down. Let me go to sell. All you do is come up here, you hit the sell button, you're going to hit the send button, and it's going to sell it right away. So I can see it's gone. Now my positions are 0, no average price, no P&L on the open. I'm going to go over here to the monitor tab. This is just to show you this is where it came in. So at 10:09, I bought it one share. I bought it at 7.70, and then I sold it at 10.11. I sold the one share, and I sold it at 7.84 for about a little over a 14-cent profit. So I made 14 cents in that trade. So this is how you'd be trading. So again, normally I have another monitor up, but if you don't have a second monitor, don't worry, it's not super important. The monitor tab isn't super relevant, but it's good for reference. So again, you come over here, you make the trade, you come over here, and you can reference. This is more just like a journal of what everything that's happened that day. This is more just like a reference. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Again, if you're interested in learning this program, the beginner series is gonna be close to being it's close to being over. I only have about one more tab I really want to go over for the beginner series. I'm gonna go over the scan tab probably in the next video. And I'm not over with Thinkorswim tutorials, but for the beginner series, that's going to be probably the last video. But if you're interested, consider subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it. Every subscribe, every like means a lot to me right now. For all the people that have liked and subscribed, I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I'm really trying to build this community, and it really does mean a lot to me. It really inspires me to do more videos, to create more content, and I appreciate it so much. So again, yeah, that's it for today's video. It's a pretty simple video. Thank you guys again so much if you made it this far. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.